Yeah, good. Look at you. Rodney, how you been, bud?
Great, man.
Yeah? What's been happening in life?
Well, I'm having another baby in August.
How about that?
We're excited.
Yeah?
Another boy. And, yeah, man, just finishing this album. Been taking, 4.5 years to work on.
Why does this album take so long?
I like to say because I refuse to settle for anything just to say I have something. Just wanted to, I think you owe it to the fans to give them something great. It takes a while to accumulate tunes that'll be around for a long time.
I'm going to play some of these hits real quick. Put those
Sweet.
headphones on right there. All right, so here, let's do this.
Yep.
This is a big one for you.
If you're going through hell, keep on
Tell me about this one. When I play it, what do you think about?
down. If you're scared, don't show it your mind.
Man, so when this song came out, January 2006, I didn't know if it was going to work or not. And I'll never forget that email that I got. It had been out for about 2 weeks. And it was from a guy that said he was in his church parking lot and he had lost his job. His family broke up, just going through a rough time. And he said, I had a pistol in my church parking lot. And I had the radio on, and I heard this song start playing. He said, that was 20 minutes ago. The pistol's at the bottom of the river. And I know that was a permanent solution to a temporary problem.
Wow.
And I just thought, man, that's the goal. That's the dream, is to have songs like that.
Wow. Well, that's a powerful story to start that little segment off there. Wow, how about this one right here?
He said, I've been watching you. That ain't that cool. I'm your buckaroo. I wanna be like you.
What do you think about that?
Just the boys, man. Think about my son, who is 17 now, he's always going to be my little bear that I wrote that song about. Just never forget him. He was in pre-K, and his teacher told me he was singing If You're Going Through Hell in the lunch line. And that's what spurred that whole song idea.
I'm going to play, by the way, the new record coming out in a week from May 10th, a week from today, and Caught Up in the Country. And this song, by the way, is blowing up the chart, man. Look at you, back again. Would expect nothing less.
It keeps hanging around out there.
Hanging around. This thing's moving, man.
It's fun. It's been a blast to see. Every show there's more and more people singing along with you, and now they can even clap and stomp where they're supposed to.
Somewhere where the road.
I have a question for you, Rodney. There's so many guys that have almost your name. There's Red Atkins.
Yep.
There's Trace Atkins. There's Rodney Atkins. There's a lot. Was that ever a hurdle in your career that you were just getting confused all the time with these guys?
Yeah. When I was taking meetings with record labels early on, I was asked to change my name several times. And then when I met with Mike Curb, he said, would you consider changing your name? And I said, you know what, man, I was adopted when I was a kid. I'm lucky to have my last name. And, it really kind of means something I'd rather not. And he said, well, that's the reason not to right there.
And that's how you kept it.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Amy's adopted 2 kids. We were talking about, because you were adopted a few times, huh?
Yeah. 2 or 3 times I was adopted and returned.
So what was that about?
They kept their receipt.
Oh.
Yeah, from what I understand, I was pretty sick when I was little. And I think if I was colicky, then that would be a loud, really, rough sounding baby, I think. And I don't know. I think that actually one of the couples, the reason they took me back was because they said I was too pale. And that people would know I was adopted, which now that's kind of not a thing. And I just think I was kind of hard to handle.
You still feel like you're hard to handle?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Caught Up in the Country comes out in a week. Let me run through some of these hits real quick before we play some of the new stuff here. Let's see. How about...
These are my people.
I bet that's like a rocker, right? Like,
Absolutely.
people probably love this one live.
Giving this life everything we've got and then some.
Or maybe this one.
Come on in, boy, sit on down and tell me
Cleaning this gun. Tell me about this one. What do you feel when you hear this one?
Oh, I go right back to the first girl that I ever called on, back home. And I went and I pulled in her driveway, and her old man, who was a Kentucky coal miner, big 6'4" monster of a guy, he was shooting bottle caps with a 357.
Oh my gosh.
You see the ground blow up. And he's the first guy. He's actually the guy that taught me how to play guitar. And
The guy that scared the crap out of you about shooting bottle
absolutely, yeah, he could pick, man. He was missing like 2 or 3 fingers, but he could play. And that girl's the one that bought me a guitar. Actually, that's where I got my first guitar. And she's the one that broke my heart and made me want to write songs.
Rodney Atkins is here. Now, this, surprisingly to me, was not a number one, but it's like when I think of you, I think of this song for sure. Farmer's Daughter, like, it just goes to show you that it's not always about chart position through time.
Yeah.
Like, this to me is one of, when I think of you, this is one of the first songs that comes to mind, Farmer's Daughter. What do you think about this one when I play this one back?
I think of the times we've been like in Afghanistan, and singing this song is the crazy thing. In the middle of Afghanistan, you're out there in a war zone, and these men and women are just, that's what they're fighting for, is the farmer's daughter. And it's one of those tunes that makes you forget where you are and everybody just singing along with you.
Yeah.
It's a fun song.
That is one of those. This one is the jam. I still play this on our Friday morning dance parties, and it'll be like,
love that.
It'll be like Drake, and then Garth, and like Kendrick Lamar, and then Rodney Atkins, and I'll throw this one in. It's just such a good feel-good song still. Yeah, it's a jam.
I love that song.
This is track 4 off the new record. Thank God for You. You wrote this one. You wrote all of them.
No, I didn't know.
Wait,
I did not.
I thought you wrote all of them on the...
Oh, no, I couldn't take credit.
Look, it says right here, Rodney Atkins wrote Thank God for You.
Really?
Are you sure you didn't forget, Rodney?
I did. I wish I did. No, I wish I did.
Tell me about this one.
Man, that song, I kept wanting to find a song for fans, for record label, for management, for radio, for everybody that's responsible for me getting to do this crazy job that I love to do. And that song just landed there. And I just love what it says.
How about this one? I like this one. This is called My Life.
I love my heart 'cause you stole it. My kiss 'cause you want it.
Tell me about that one.
Well, that song, so my wife Rose, that when we met and knew we were in love and like that's the one, and we were down. This is it. And we started having conversations about, well, what do you want in a relationship? And she said, I want what my grandparents have. And I didn't know what that meant at the time, but found out it meant being married for 71 years, being completely unselfish, considering another person, and they just have an amazing love, man. And so her grandmother and I, after we met, we related in this different way because she was an orphan also and bounced around. And we used to talk, and she when she passed, she couldn't speak in her final days. She could only write these little notes, and she scribbled out things like water and cold and hot. And the last note she wrote, though, was to Rose's grandpa, and it said, I loved my life. And he gave us that note. And so Rose and I got together, and I said, I think there might be a song in this. And we started to try to write the song about her life, but we kind of couldn't get anywhere. So we wrote My Life, and it's pretty much my story.
Wow.
I love my heart 'cause you stole it. My kiss 'cause you want it. My mind 'cause you're on it. Every minute, I love my life 'cause you're in it.
It's that thing about when you are adopted, even if you get incredible parents, you still struggle with self-worth and how you see yourself, that you don't belong, that you're not worthy of good things. And sometimes it takes seeing somebody else love you you just have to believe them. I have to believe that my wife she's right, I'm okay. And that's what that's about.
Wow. Record's out today. Record's out next week. Rodney Atkins. I'm going to tell you, man, it's been a pleasure talking to you.
My pleasure, man.
And you came
Love
in,
you guys.
and you were like, let me see if this morning voice worked. And let me tell you, it worked.
Bless your heart.
Yeah, look at that. And fellas, appreciate you guys too. Let me tell you, I've not heard finer whoos in a
There you
long
go.
time. You guys are doing that over there. All right, at Rodney Atkins. Follow him on Instagram. Record comes out. And man, looking forward to it. Man, what a story about my life. What a story.
Thanks, man.
That's
Thanks for having us, man.
I think I want to end on that because you can't go. That's just the greatest story. And wow.
Thanks, brother.
I'm moved. All right, Rodney Atkins, and we'll be back.
It's a Bobby Bones show.